Libras out there. So I actually did a Libra video. And craziness started to happen between Scorpio and the Libra video, but I ended up having to do this now. So whenever it is that originally when I first posted, it means that I actually got it done just before this. But please make sure to get the book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, please. Like the video. Liking the video will help me quite a lot. It'll help the algorithm to where more people can see the video. Please like the video. Leave a comment if you could. And watch it through the whole thing. If not the whole thing, watch it to as much as you can, right? Okay. Share it if you'd like. All of that word of mouth does help. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. So this is for Libra. The card that I come up with is the Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Five of Swords, the Death card. The Death card has been coming up since the Death card's been coming up since Scorpio in every reading. Even in the last Libra video that I accidentally deleted, not had to delete, accidentally deleted. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Two of Wands, Nine of Swords. Oh snap! Oh okay, yeah. Oh okay. Hold on. Shift everything over. Actually, these two like I said, all day this has been going for Seven of Wands. Sorry about that. Then the Eight of Wands, but I'm still doing 15, so it doesn't really matter. Sorry about that. Just all manner of craziness going on. Five of Swords, then the Death card, then the Three of Pentacles, then the Ten of Swords, then the Two of Wands, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, Hermit, Six of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles. Sorry about this. Y'all have to excuse me. Crazy stuff like this has been going on all day. Anyway, so what I'm seeing here for the Libras is that a lot of you Libras are in a situation where a lot of you Libras have a lot of options. Okay, a lot of you Libras have a lot of options. The reason why I'm saying that is the Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, back to back. Options. Good luck. Sometimes it can represent scammers, but in this particular reading, because position and context of the cards do matter, you have a lot of options as to whom it is that you can date. The Seven of Wands, right? So that's 3 sevens in a row. The Seven of Wands. You Libras are going to be very picky or extra picky, very conservative about whom it is that you want to date, because you don't want to end up making the wrong decision and end up with a creeper again, or freakazoid, so to speak, right? The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands represents how what you want to do is you want to act like Scorpio right around this time and build and destroy. 8 represents build and destroy. So what are you trying to build and what are you trying to destroy? You're trying to build you're trying to reinvent yourself, and you're trying to destroy the older version of you. The Five of Swords represents this is going to be easier said than done because of the Death card, which is Scorpio. And what that represents is you're going to have to do away with something about yourself that is going to be, more than likely, it's going to be painful for you to do. See, it's not like the Temperance card. If you got the Temperance card, it would be more pleasurable letting go. You have the Death card, which represents somebody is in pain here, whether it's you or somebody else. And in this case, unfortunately, it's for you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is about what essentially you have to get rid of. And what you're getting rid of is the over generosity that sometimes you Libras can think you have, or you have, right? Not think you have. But the only reason why this, I said, thought you have in the first place is because Libra is one of those zodiac signs where, and I'm telling a lot of the secrets about Libra, but like Libra doesn't want to get so close to a person because of how attached they can get. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. The air signs incarnate, one of the reasons why the air signs incarnate is to learn how to not be attached. Not be attached. Because the air signs are natural. They start off naturally attached essentially to their family, friends, loved ones, right? Romantic situations, everybody, right? Well, as kids, family and friends. They're very attached to those people, right? And along the way, the air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, understand that they have to be detached from things, especially when it comes to things that happen to be fleeting. People's temperament change, people switch up, people do a lot of things, people are fickle, things are often fleeting, and as a result of this, the Libras like to be looking good, smelling good to their partner, right? To themselves, of course, but to their partner. And part of the reason for that is because they just like to keep things light, loose, and limber so that they don't act like Gemini, so that they don't actually get involved with the person to feel something for that person and then end up getting heartbroken in the end, right? But the ten of swords now, right? The Ten of Swords now and the Two of Wands, right? That's for the thumbnail. The Ten of Swords and the Two of Wands now represent how this is a situation where for you, this Ten of Swords is a life lesson for you Libras that can actually prove to be good, because what it's showing you is you're getting rid of old ideas. You have to learn to be attached to the people whom you're going to get into it with, you're going to be in a relationship with, so that you can actually be in love, right? Because that's what love is. Not necessarily attachment, but love is an understanding about yourself and someone else. Well, at the same time, learning how to deal with that substantial disappointment, because we all have to deal with disappointment, but dealing with that level of substantial appointment that a lot of you Libras have had to deal with. The Two of Wands represents how, especially when it comes to interpersonal relationships like the one I'm talking about, romantic relationships, learning how to be a lot more wise and adept in relationship settings, right? Because Libra marks the beginning of learning how to deal with other people, learning how to deal with other people in a grown sense, right? From Aries through Virgo, it's more about yourself, right? With Gemini, it can also be siblings, but with Libra, it's about other people who isn't blood related to you, whom you may have to communicate with. So you want to have to learn to be very communicative and how to be. Now the Nine of Swords represents this is going to be some trouble for you, unfortunately, because this is a process. It's not going to be easy just learning how to really open up and share a piece of yourself. It's not. The Four of Swords and the Hermit represents you're going to have some people who are going to try to jump off the portrait you and make it seem as if like they're smarter than you, they're better than you, right? And they may even be Virgos. Virgos could be one of those zodiac signs where they could be quite doubting and dumb when they're not really evolved, right? So you have to be very wise of this. Along the way, Your experiences with people is going to teach you. The Six of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles represents how the Six of Swords is about you, Libras, learning how to let those people go, right? Who are represented by the Hermit, the tricksters, the individuals who like to play games. You're going to be able to see a lot more of that trickster figure coming. So many people are interested in the game plan. Listen, if you go ahead, listen, let me go ahead and give you a small clue. If a person says, hey, listen, go ahead and call me at such and such time, and you call them, or you set something up, and they call you, and you flake out, or the other person flakes out, they're playing a game or you're playing a game. Because too many times does that happen to me where, on a personal level, right, I'll call something will be arranged. They may ask me, or I may suggest to them, or ask them. They say, yeah, call them or hit them up. They flake. We'll never be in touch after that because you screwed yourself over. Because what were you doing? You could have called me that whole time and said, hey, not necessarily tonight. So what are you doing? And see, this is exactly, Libra, what it is that I'm talking about. It's learning how to fix those types of relationships. Because see, the thing about Libra is one of the most diplomatic zodiac signs. The most diplomatic zodiac sign is actually Aquarius, is the most diplomatic zodiac sign, truth be told. But air signs are supposed to represent the diplomats, the people, the mediators, the people who are supposed to come to the table and work out certain things. And one of the things that Libras is supposed to learn to come to the table, sit down and learn to work out on is relationships. And people are not going to be able to get into successful relationships if the majority of the population keeps making mistakes, and the minority of the population, they're undisciplined with their stuff. So that stuff needs to be talked about. Some of y'all need to stop playing this game where y'all are going after these types of crazy relationships and then complaining about it later. And then some of y'all need to learn how to be more disciplined. And when people start flirting with you, if you have someone already, learn to say no and be okay with one particular partner. So until we get to that point, and this is what Libra represents, until we get to that point, we're not going to be able to get to a Libra perspective, right? 7th house type stuff. What you're really taking a look at is 8th house stuff, which is jealousy, 86, right? When you get rid of somebody, ill intent. You have a lot of controlling, which is Virgo and Scorpio, right? Because Virgos can control, right? Along with Taurus, control of other people, right? Virgo is control of experience. Aries, which is a lot of hot-headedness, rushing and craziness. Still haven't really, escapism, which is the 12th house, right? Isolation. You still haven't dealt with the 7th house, which is how two people can come to the table and talk clearly and precisely about what they want. Let's clarify the Hermit. That's the reason why to my audience, I don't hang around a lot of people. It's because I realize that a lot of people are faking the funk. So the 6 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. To clarify the Hermit. Yeah, these people want to trick you and see how much they can get away with. But it'll be up to you to learn when someone is using trickery. Walk away from that, because they don't necessarily really like you. They're more so hanging around you to get something out of you. And that's my point. That's exactly my point. Because when it comes to some of the population, y'all can figure out who I'm talking about. Right? People who have the equipment that I have, let's say that. a lot of them are undisciplined with their sleep. And then the other population, y'all can figure out who I'm talking about, the ones with the peace leaf, if you know what I mean. The peace leaf, if you know what I mean. Those individuals are complaining about the choices they make. Why are you choosing crazy relationships and then acting as if you can't understand why things work out for you? So let me go ahead and make it very simple for everyone to understand. Very simple. And this is 7th house stuff. Very simple. To the ones with the peace sleeves, you know what I mean, right? The one with the wide hips. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If a guy ain't worth anything, there is no exception to that law. They're not gonna suddenly become upstanding men. They're not. So from today forward, if some of y'all are still going after those individuals, I'm going to sit here and laugh at y'all because y'all know what it is. Stop going after those individuals. To the individuals who may have the type of equipment that I have, you are going to have to learn discipline whether or not you want to. If you're chasing after the peace leaf all day, then you're not really accomplishing too much because you have to sacrifice one for the other. I don't get peace leaf often at all. Why? Because I'm too busy thinking about my life, the structure of my life, where it's gonna go. Let's clarify the card, shall we? Let's clarify that. Ace of Cups, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. Right. You have to be you have to love yourself enough to be able to walk away from the old you of choosing those types of individuals, but also learn how to take risks. You're not going to be able to get the type of relationship that you want unless you pick someone through careful means and then actually decide to walk straight up into it and take that risk. Because there's always a slight risk that the person could be tricking you into thinking that they are the perfect partner and then switch on you later. But there's always a chance with everything. You understand? You know what is it they say about sleep. Sleep is the cousin of what? So let's clarify the 8 of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, Page of Wands. Right. So to clarify the 8 of Pentacles, you also have to learn, like I said, be more careful when it comes to relationships. Watch the other person and how they move and what they say. And if those two things don't match up, then you need to leave them alone. The 9 of Wands and the Page of Wands, which is this should be a new chapter in your life and things should be a little bit more better for you because you'll be able to decipher who's BSing and who's not. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.